A lot to unpack this noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Karen Greer. Closing arguments in the murder trial of Ahmaud Arbery's accused killers happening right now. This is in South Georgia. Attorneys for the defense and the prosecution are making final pleas to the jury before they decide the fate of father and son Greg and Travis McMichael and their neighbor William Roddy Bryant. Our Haley Mason has been covering this case from the beginning. She's live outside the Glenn County Courthouse, where she has been on every step of this trial. How are things going in there today, Haley?
Karen, it's been a very long road for all the families involved here, and we are now nearing the finish line. I want to show you what's happening right outside the Glenn County Courthouse right now as closing arguments are taking place inside. That is a new group of protesters there, some of them with the new Black Panther Party, outside of the courthouse protesting from their advantage for a conviction. The state, meanwhile, is inside with the defense. They're all presenting their closing arguments to the jury. Travis McMichael's defense attorney had just got up within the last hour to present his closing. But earlier this morning, prosecutor Linda Donikoski began what will be a 3-hour closing argument for the state that is seeking murder convictions for Gregory McMichael, Travis McMichael, and William Bryant. Donikoski is telling the jury that neither of the defendants were justified in chasing down and killing Ahmaud Arbery. She told the jury that the 3 defendants did it because, quote, Arbery was a Black man jogging through their neighborhood. She's working to tell the jury that the McMichaels and Bryant were not justified in committing a citizen's arrest either because they had no knowledge or evidence that a crime had been committed. She also argues that their self-defense claim cannot be used because they created the encounter that Travis McMichael testified about, and that Arbery did not harm or threaten him leading up to that shooting. Then, in this very last hour, defense attorney Jason Sheffield began his closing for Travis McMichael. Take a listen.
Travis McMichael does this with the shotgun. We see it on the video. This is the beginning of the aggravated assault. You expect when you're committing felonies, people are going to fight back, right? The convenience store clerk's entitled to fight back, right? Imagine if armed robbers could come in and go, well, I had to defend myself against the victim of my crime. Could you imagine if that was the law, right? I mean, but isn't that what they're saying? How dare Mr. Arbery defend himself against their 4 felonies?
Duty and responsibility and following the law will always be intertwined with heartache and tragedy. Travis McMichael spent almost a decade of his life learning about duty and responsibility.
And Sheffield is now testifying at this very moment about the actual shooting, as he says that Greg McMichael told Travis to go down the road. He says Travis McMichael said he didn't want to go down the road. So very interesting closing happening right now. The state is expecting to complete a 3-hour closing after the defense attorneys go through theirs. Reporting live outside the Glenn County Courthouse, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
Haley, thank you so much.